Hey guys, what's going on? So today I thought I'd take you through the process of actually what I do for buying an e-bike for conversion, or a normal mountain bike that I want to convert into an e-bike. Done quite a lot of videos of the process of converting a bike, however quite a lot of stuff normally goes into sourcing a bike. Especially at the moment, there's literally no stock of new bikes in a bike shop. I prefer to buy new. When I very first started converting mountain bikes to e-bikes, I bought a bike off a marketplace, and the first bike I bought turned out to be stolen, and it was a massive ball ache. Still got police inquiries going on now. Absolute fucking nightmare. I just, if something looks a bit too good to be true, it normally is always the case. Not only that, I just don't like fucking around with second-hand bikes quite often. If it's more than 6 months, a year old, you can guarantee I probably won't be happy with it. It'll have like squeaky brakes, the brake pads will need changing. There'll be like rips in the seat. Just handle grips will be sticky and horrible. I just don't like fucking around with it. If I do a conversion, if I'm selling a bike to someone else, I don't like there to be any issues or comebacks. It's good for me and it's good for the person I'm selling bikes to, that they're happy and their bike's spot on, So today I'm going to take you along to view a bike I found on Marketplace. There's literally no stock in any of the bike shops, and I'm trying to piece together what pieces I've got to build a DIY kit. I've got a 1500 watt kit. I'll take you out to my lockup in a minute and show you around what bits I've managed to source together, and we'll go from there. Other things I've been up to this week, anyone who's interested, Gabby, my dog, has been spayed, so she's currently feeling sorry for herself, walking around, kind of sleeping a lot, but that's all good. I'm trying to improve my setup, so I've done a video earlier this week about studio lighting that I'm currently using for this setup now. You can see the difference that makes. So yeah, really happy with that. Anyway, also on the subject of improving the setup and the quality of everything, I've always found that this wall behind me right now is quite plain, and always wanted something to go on it, wasn't sure what. A good friend of mine recently lent me a very expensive and priceless collection of flies. He's given, let me show you a couple of these. Countless original, very expensive flyers to borrow, which I've scanned a few, and I'm having some recreated and reprinted for the back wall behind me in some frames, which has turned out to be quite expensive, but fingers crossed that will look pretty sick when that's done. Don't know if any of you guys who follow the channel are from that kind of era of raving in the early 90s like I was, but I mean, look at that. Anyone that knows anything about rave memorabilia from the late 80s, early 90s, this original Dreamscape flyer on its own is like probably 300-400 quid on eBay. Yeah, anyway, so back to today and today's mission. I'm going to take you into the shed now and show you around what bits I've managed to piece together. Right guys, so welcome to the messy Aladdin's cave of e-bike parts. I've got this wheel, been waiting on a wheel to turn up, and I've got this brand new 1500 to 2000 watt electric hub wheel. I thought it was a 27-inch wheel. This isn't the tyre I'm going to use, by the way. I find it easiest to literally have a 26 and a 27-inch tyre laying around, just to quickly throw on the rim to gauge what size it is, because quite often I get sent bits to use and they're all different sizes. They're like, it's never easy to tell, it's never written on it, is it? So I've, maybe top tip, maybe a shit tip, I don't know, but I find it a lot easier to just quickly try and slip a tyre on and see whether it fits. Don't know if I've got the other one laying around. I tried throwing a 27-inch tyre on it because I thought it was a 27 and absolutely swamped it. This is just an old snakeskin tyre off of a Mafia bike that I use just to check the wheel size, and yeah, this is a 26-inch. So yeah, 29-inch bikes are completely out of question. We're using a 26-inch wheel. 27.5-inch mountain bikes are fair game, because I quite often run a mullet setup, either a 29 on the front and 27 on the rear, or 27.5 on the front and 26-inch on the rear. Works perfectly well, not got an issue with it at all. 26-inch is no problem as well. I know everyone's saying all about 29ers nowadays, but to be honest, this is my baby, and she's a 26-inch front and back, and she rides like a dream, and she's an absolute beast. So the bike I'm looking at today is a 27.5 medium frame, Specialized. No idea how it's going to go until I turn up. I'm going to take you along with me. Could turn around and say no, if it needs too much work done to it, I'm just going to walk away because it's not worth my effort. I'd rather just buy something new that literally everything works, and I'd highly advise doing the same unless you're really strapped on a tight budget. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you're probably going to spend the amount of money it will cost you for a new bike fucking around with a second-hand thing where the gears need change, like gears need messing about with, and the brakes need fucking like discs, pads. Like, time you've done all that, you might as well just get a new bike. So back to this setup. So I've got a decent brand new 26-inch rim. The next thing I'm going to be looking at when I do a bike conversion is the gears. So this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's got a 7-speed cassette on the back. It makes a lot of sense if you can just find a bike that's got the same. Depends which way around you're doing it. If you've already got a wheel when you're searching for a bike like me, it makes sense to find a 7-speed, but that's not always possible, especially with a stock situation at the moment. So you know, bear that in mind. You're going to have to change your cassette, and you cannot go crazy with these. There's no way you're going to fit like a 12-speed cassette, which a lot of new bikes have nowadays, onto this wheel. You're not going to fit a 12-speed. The maximum I've ever fitted is a 9 or 10-speed on these electric hub wheels. So something to bear in mind. The bike I'm looking at today is an 8-speed, so I'm looking at swapping the cassettes hopefully straight over without too much hassle, depending on whether it's a cassette or a freewheel. If they don't match up in the type of, you know, if one's a cassette and one's a freewheel, then I'm going to have to purchase a sprocket or cassette or whatever you call it. So that's something else to bear in mind. I've ordered myself battery, so I've got a 52 volt battery and charger, brand new. I'm pretty sure I've got a controller laying around. Pretty certain in all this crap and junk I've probably got a throttle and the rest of the bits. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I've got all the bits I need to knock together a thing. I just need a decent bike, and it's going to be a minefield trying to get hold of one second hand, but I'm gonna take a chance, and I'm gonna head out to view a bike in a little while. The guy said he's in around lunchtime, so we're gonna head down.
Hello, Gail. Are you feeling poorly? Are you feeling a bit better today? Pretty girl, aren't you? Gabby. Are you happy?
So the guy that was selling the used bike on Marketplace has kind of messed me about. Not massively, but he's just said he's not going to be there at the time that I would arrange to come. And I just don't like being fucked around by anyone, so I'm going to head down to the bike shop now to see what they've got brand new. To me, it's just always easier to buy and convert a new bike. Everything works. The only thing that might not work is anything that I do with the conversion, so that's down to me. I haven't got to fuck around changing brake discs, brake pads, all of that kind of stuff. Nobody wants to be riding a bike with sticky handlebar grips and ripped seats and whatnot. It's just not my cup of tea, so I'm gonna head down to the bike shop now, and yeah, let's see what they got. The only thing that I prioritise over e-bikes is food. Hello. And women occasionally. Yeah, so before we head down to the bike shop, I definitely need to get some food on the go. New York style salt beef bagel. Coming from a half Jewish background myself, can't say no to a bit of salt beef in a bagel. That's crazy, like, it's not going to fool me of being identical to real salt beef, but it's fucking amazing what they can do with these plant-based meats and stuff nowadays. I'm dropping bits all over my car. The e-bikes can wait. This is too good. Do people like gherkins? I think they're a bit like Marmite, aren't they? I think people either love them or hate them. I think I might just give up. I think I might just give up e-bikes and do food reviews. I feel like could be my natural forte, just eating. That was banging. Right, now I've taken care of my hanger, time to get to the bike shop. Right, so the issue we have got is this is a 7-speed freewheel, and the bike, which is over there somewhere behind them guys, is a cassette. Luckily, guys have got, that's a 8-speed freewheel. Sweet. These are the kind of things that just make this thing a nightmare. Like you just, if you ain't got stock normally, but lucky for us today, it's all good. I hate these masks. There's a freewheel going on. Is that it? Literally.
Easy as that.
Easy as that. Guys, if anyone's struggling with stock at the moment, trying to get hold of mountain bikes, you need to come down to Leslie Cycles. Look how many bikes they've got in stock. I don't know how they manage to get so many bikes at the moment. Everywhere seems to be out of stock with all the problems with the Euro. Right, so I've got the guys in the shop to help me change over the disc, throw a tyre and tube on the wheel. Just makes it a lot easier when you're doing these builds. It's handy to them as well to keep the wheel that comes off of the bike for the bike shops usually. Yeah, just helps us both out. Makes it a lot quicker for me doing the conversion. A little bit of persuasion, a little bit of a fight on our hands to get the back wheel in. But yeah, back wheel's all in. I'll have to undo it when I get home and fit a torque arm to it. Maybe adjust the brake caliper. Yeah, brake caliper might need a little bit of adjustment, but it's good enough to get it home on the bike rack. Final checks, just checking the gear derailleur is all lined up. Adjusted the brake caliper, back wheel's all built up, so right, she's all done. And I've got these little bags here. I'll normally keep them for putting the cables tidy.
17-18 frame, so.
I use these bags to tidy in the cables for the controller. I like to fit the controller on the outside to dissipate heat. God damn, it's heavy at the back. Yeah, so she's all ready to convert. Just needs torque arm, battery, controller, throttle, display. List goes on. Halfway done. Nice, highly looking bike. What do you think of it, Lewis?
Looks pretty decent.
Right, isn't it? Nice grey colour.
Yeah.
Lime green kind of graphics on it. Gonna take them stickers off the back wheel and the front wheel so they just match. They're plain black. Gonna take them goddamn awful reflectors off the front wheel. Some of these stickers are not necessary. Gonna make it look just a bit cleaner and a bit neater. Yeah. Don't know, I'm going to convert it probably today, maybe tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow, to be fair, because I just want to eat again. Yeah. Yeah, just there's a lot of stuff that didn't come out of the shop. Sorted it, got the back wheel in, done the spacing, it seemed to change gear, seemed to brake, adjusted the caliper, and then realised that the derailleur was rubbing against the freewheel, so had to take it all apart again, fit another spacer. It's just always something. It's always something when you're converting these, getting it right, it's just time consuming. But yeah, it's always helpful if you can get part of it done at the bike shop. Yeah, I thought I'd give you a little insight into the whole procedure. I mean, it's all well and good showing you buying like the bike, but what goes into finding bikes sometimes is literally another day or several days trying to get hold of it. The last one I ordered online from Evans, so it took about 2 weeks for the bike to arrive. And some people at the moment, bikes are just not turning up for months or on hold till August because of all the Euro and complications of the Euro and COVID. So it's a lot of stuff that goes unseen when converting these bikes. It's not gone too bad today. Did envisage buying a second-hand bike. That kind of went to shit. Couldn't be bothered to wait for the guy messing me about, so we've ended up with this brand new bike, which is quite nice. Turned out alright in the end, but it's never straightforward. It's never straightforward, so just bear that in mind when you're converting it if it's your first project. Yeah, and catch you in a video soon. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe. If you want to see more on this bike, let me know in the comments. I could do a video on the conversion, just let me know. If you want to see this done, 2000 watts, just let us know. I think it looks pretty sick. Oh, grey, kind of matte grey frame and black wheels. Definitely need to get rid of these stickers. It's going to be my first job, and them horrible reflectors and all these silly little white stickers and barcodes have got to go. But, yeah. Alright guys, tying it up here. I'm going to crack on, get some food, get set up for the conversion on this bike, and I'll catch you guys in a video soon. Take it easy.